When you really stop and think about it, our lives are basically built on a constant stream of tiny, everyday decisions. Was that last choice you made a good one? Today, we're going to look at a super simple but really powerful way to make sure you're making more of the right ones.
So let me just ask you, straight up, how responsible are your choices? And really think about it. It's a tough question, but by the end of this, I think you'll have a whole new way to answer it, not just for today, but for every single choice you make from now on. Okay, so here are the rules of the road. It's called red light, green light. Super simple. A red light choice, that's one that leads to, negative stuff. A green light choice, that's one that leads to positive or even just neutral outcomes. That's it. That's the whole game. So how do we actually play? Well, it's just a simple three-step thing. First, you see the situation. Second, you decide, is this a red or a green choice? And third, you really take a second to understand the consequence. Let's give it a try. All right, it's time for round one. We're going to jump right into some scenarios. As we go through these, I want you to play along. What's your gut feeling telling you? And does that feeling match up with what happens down the road?
Okay, scenario one. Picture this. You're with a group of people, and they start teasing someone. You've got that split-second choice. Do you join in to feel like you're part of the group? What's the call? Red light or green light? Yep, this one is a classic red light. You might get that quick feeling of belonging, but the cost is causing hurt, and you lose a little bit of your own self-respect in the process. Now, the green light choice, to just stay quiet or even speak up, that's way harder in the moment, for sure. But it's what keeps your integrity, It keeps you, you. All right, let's keep it moving. Scenario two. You are just in the zone, deep into your favorite game, and you glance at the clock, and oh no, it's 2 a.m. You've got school in just a few hours. What do? Red or green? This one's a pretty clear red light, right? All that fun you're having right now is basically a loan you're taking out from tomorrow's energy and focus. The green light choice, shutting it down and getting some sleep, is really just an investment in the future you, the you that has to be awake and alert tomorrow.
Okay, here's an interesting one. You're grinding away, deep in a study session. You decide to hit pause for just 5 minutes to get up, stretch, and grab a glass of water. Is that a red light or a green light choice? And this is a great example of how a responsible choice isn't always the harder one. This is a total green light. In this case, powering through and trying to be a hero is actually the red light choice, because you just end up burning out. Taking that short, smart break is an investment in getting your work done better. Okay, scenario number 4. We've all had that horrible sinking feeling when you realize you completely forgot your homework. Your immediate instinct is to think, well, the teacher should have reminded us. Is that knee-jerk reaction a red or a green choice? This is such a classic red light. Yeah, blaming someone else might make you feel better for like 2 seconds, but it completely stops you from learning anything. The green light choice, owning it, saying I forgot, is definitely tougher, but that's how you build character. It's how people learn to trust you. All right, last scenario for this round. You messed up. You did something that hurt a friend. Now you have 2 options. You can either pretend nothing happened and hope it blows over, or you can face the music and actually apologize. What's the move? This is such a powerful green light choice. Trying to ignore the problem, that's a red light that can seriously damage a friendship. But a real, genuine apology, man, that can actually make the friendship stronger. It's all about showing respect and taking responsibility for your actions. So, that was the game. But what's the big takeaway here? What's really going on? Let's take a step back and decode these decisions. There's a definite pattern that separates the red choices from the green ones. When you lay it all out, you start to see it, right? The green light mindset, it's all about playing the long game. It's about thinking about who you're going to be tomorrow. It's about considering how your actions affect other people. And at its core, it's about choosing what's right over what just feels easy or good in the moment. And here it is visualized. This is the fundamental trade-off. See? Red light choices often feel really good right now, but they lead to pretty bad long-term results. Green light choices, on the other hand, might take a little more effort up front, but man, do they pay off down the road. So what's the whole point of all this? What's the big idea we're driving at? Well, it's not really about just sorting choices into 2 different buckets. It's something bigger than that. See, the real question isn't just, is this red or green? It's about realizing that you are in the driver's seat. This whole framework is really about one thing: ownership. So I'll leave you with this to think about. What happens when you start to truly, fully own every single choice you make?